Super Mario Land 3 Wario Land was the first Game Boy game I ever played, and back in 1995, when I also got my first Game Boy, I spent the whole summer just playing this game. Wario was introduced to the gaming world with Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins, as Mario's nemesis was also his doppelganger, except for the fact that he's bulkier, greedier, and quite ugly, thus being more or less Mario's opposite. Mario Land was released in 1993, and it launched Wario into popularity, more or less phasing Mario out as Game Boy's top platform hero. The game has had 3 sequels as well as a spin-off game, Wario World, which was released for the Nintendo GameCube. The Wario Land games resemble the previous 2D Mario games in many respects, but there are differences. Mainly that Wario is a lot more head-on when dealing with most of his enemies, and you get to dispose many of them in a variety of colorful ways. In the game, Wario has to find a giant gold statue made in the image of Princess Toadstool, which has been stolen by the pirates of Kitchen Island and which he intends to sell off in order to buy himself his own castle. This is one of the few Nintendo games where being greedy counts. Much like in the later Luigi's Mansions, the type of ending you get in this game, specifically the sort of castle Wario receives, depends on how much money you collect during the game. Though you can travel freely and revisit every level, you can also look for hidden treasures which also add to your money total at the end of the game. The gameplay is simple. Wario walks about at a leisurely pace and can ram enemies off the screen with his body slam technique. Although the pace of the game is rather easy for the most part, there is also a timer much like in the older Mario games. Pressing up and B will cause Wario to cough up a coin which is worth 10 coins on its own, and which is usually the amount the player has to pay in order to pass the level by opening the door at the end of the level. Afterwards, you can try your luck in minigames to earn yourself more hearts, which add up as extra lives, or try the bucket pulling game to earn even more money. However, you can end up losing all your money this way, and you have to pay in order to play the hard minigame, so if you're not feeling lucky, you can always skip to the money count-up screen at the end. Much like Mario, Wario has his own array of superpowers, and just like Mario, if you get hit, you revert to a miniature version of yourself. You will only regain your original size by either collecting a piece of garlic or one of the other 3 power-ups. The Ox Helmet allows you to smash bricks with one hit of your body slam technique, whereas you normally have to perform this attack twice in order to break up a brick. It also allows you to perform a ground pound attack which will stun most enemies, and if you land on them with this attack you will smash them, although only by body slamming are you able to gain coins from the enemies. One cool thing you can do is press up and you touch the ceiling and Wario will be stuck until you let go of the D-pad. The Dragon Hat allows you to shoot a stream of fire for a period of time, which seems to turn into some sort of a laser underwater. However, if you kill enemies with it, you won't gain any money, and you can't perform the body slam while wearing it either. The Bunny Hat allows Wario to move faster, jump higher, and use a jet engine to reach further away. It also allows you to use the body slam while underwater. Wario's enemy cast is fairly similar to that of Mario's, though there are no guest stars or cameos, and the game also features an enemy who can't even inflict any damage upon Wario whatsoever, the White Goomba. Its dark spear-carrying kinsmen are the most common enemy you'll find in the game, but though you can smash, hop, and body slam your way through most of the enemies, there are some that you can only attack from one side, and there are other big no-nos in this game. These big guys who resemble thwomps from the Mario games will kill you instantly if you touch their sides or bottom. However, their top is flat, which can be used for riding them in certain levels. Generally, lava and spikes kill you instantly. Graphics-wise, Wario Land is on par with the best of NES games, except for the lack of color. Animations are solid for the most part, though the flickering of the flame of the Dragon Hat and some other smaller sprite animations are rather annoying. Music-wise, the game is nice and simplistic, and the soundtrack doesn't begin to bore you at any point. Wario Land also has a great deal of length, challenge, and even a hidden world to discover, so content-wise it is on par with any of its larger Mario brethren. The game is addicting as heroin, and the automatic save feature means that once you feel you need a break, you can switch off the power without a care. Wario Land is basically put a great game, and one of the all-time Game Boy classics. I've also always thought that Wario was a lot more badass than Mario, so I have a special affinity for the character.